Well, what do we got going on here? Looks like gas theft. I'm going to show you guys something cool. It's really dark back here, but I've added a light, and maybe I'll try and get one more light before we get started. I don't know if it helps much. A little bit, eh? Yeah. So first of all, we're going to see if we can sink this into the truck and get into the fuel chamber. There it is. You know I've done this before, right? Okay. So now we have a gas can right down here. Going to show you something super cool, wonderful, and fantastic. I wonder if we can. No, we got to use gravity. Now, it's dark, but we have air. We have a tube going into my truck tank. We can observe. Maybe we'll just push that back up so we don't have quite so much. There we go. We have a loop so we can observe the gas follow down into the loop down here. Right? So this is in the tank, and this loop is down there. Sorry. Right? It's dark back over in here. One of our shortest days of the year too, right? So now, without sucking on this thing, I should be able to fill this hose and drain a gallon of gas out of my truck without getting gas in my mouth, right? So now we're going to look down, way down, baby.
Yep.
Hello.
Well, what's up to you?
Well, I'm siphoning gas, but I haven't done it yet.
Well, I'm heading out. I'm going to go get some beer and...
Okay, is that hose in your way?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to go get some beer.
Did you hear that? Mrs. Pender's going to get some beer. You're online, by the way.
Okay.
She's an amazing woman, you know what? She is off. She's off to drive a lady around to her chemotherapy appointments. The lady has not got a driver's license, and Trudy does this now that she's retired. She's helps out folks that need rides and need to go to the store or whatever, and yeah, good for her, eh? Makes everybody feel good, doesn't it? Okay, back to our job here. I know it's dark. Are we close? Almost, eh? Okay, so there, if you notice now, there's a little notch in that hose right there. And I'm going to use the Venturi principle to suck that gas by creating low pressure in the tube. Can you see down to here now? Yes, you can. Look at that. That's all it took. Now, the only important thing I got to do is remember that this is siphoning while I go back to work. Talk about spilled gas, eh? Okay, let's just say we'll get out of here because it's tight back here, and we'll come back when the gas is when the tank's full. Okay, so we're just gonna it's coming out of there pretty good, isn't it? So that's our setup, and we just have to siphon that out. We'll come back when we're ready. There. So isn't that a good trick? Not a trick. It was science. All right. We don't need this anymore. So now I can show you under better lighting conditions what the end of this looks like. Right there. You just shoot air through there. right there. Where my finger is. And you don't have to suck on the hose. So I did really well on that, remembering that it was actually filling, right? Okay, my friends, we're just going to do this one more time where you can see in the light. Let's get lots of light. We're going to pretend that this is the truck and that is the jug that we siphoned from before. So we stick that in the truck tank, right? We grab the air. Can you see down there? Yes, you can. I think you can. There we go. Here. Now, both jugs have gas in them, so we don't have to spend our whole life doing that. So now, for your fun and my amazement, I'm just... Oh, I gotta turn that other light up. There's a reason why I don't use that super bright guy all the time. I'm just going to tilt that down a bit so you can see both, and then I'm just going to pull this out of here. Right? And then just shoot a little air into here. There. Piece of cake, man. Okay, we back. So now, let's turn on some light. There we go. So there we have a tank full of gas. Now what I want to do is check and see if there's any ethanol in this fuel. Now I was going to say, we're back taping again. Steve OJ was over at the place where I buy ethanol free fuel, and he said that the green sticker on the pump now says may contain ethanol. Doesn't take long. We fill the water to there, and if it doesn't have any ethanol in it, the level will stay there when we fill the rest of this with gas. And if it has ethanol, the line will change from 10 to 20% depending on how much ethanol we got. So I'm just going to put a little water in here. That's perfect. Right? There you go. Now we're going to fill the rest of this up with fuel. Hard to do. Oh man, what is my problem? Oh, must be something blocking something. Didn't feel right. Oh yeah, didn't feel right when I put it together, right? Okay, now you're with me. I'm going to pour a little tiny bit of gas to fill this up with now. There we go. I think I mucked up because I might have... I'm going to do it again. We'll put the same amount of water in again. Okay, you watching? Yeah, I think you are, eh? A little bit, tiny bit more. That's where it gets hard. And that'll do. Now, be careful, Bruce. We don't need much. So I'm going to just put some in here. There, that'll provide a little bit more control for me. Well, it's only water. There, now I don't have to scream. Okay. Got to get it just on the line. So there we are. Do you guys agree that that is on the line? We'll tilt you back a little bit. There we go. And now we're going to add fuel to the top. Good. I'm not saving that fuel. Now we're going to let that sit for a minute. And I've done this experiment so many times. It says leave sit for 5 minutes or whatever, right? But you don't have to leave it sit for 5 minutes. It absorbs it right away. So now, let's tighten this up, wipe it off, shake it up, and we'll level you guys out a little bit. Are you guys on the level? There we go. And no change in the level. If it had 10% ethanol, it would go up to that line. And if it had 20% ethanol, it would go up to that line. And there's no difference. So thank you once again, my friends. That's a cool experiment. So now I gotta text my old buddy Steve there, tell him that right now, as of right now, because I filled up yesterday, the co-op where we buy gas is still ethanol free. Well, now that we're fooling around with fuel, we might as well mix up our 50-to-1 liter of 50-to-1 fuel. So there's 1,000 milliliters. I tell you, metric is the way to go on this one. There's no question. Okay, and then, so 1,000 divided by 50 is 20, right? So we only need 20 milliliters. I like these little guys better. Drams, 20 cc's right there. We only need that much oil. And a hair more just so that we can be careful, eh? Yes, I got gas on my hands. I'll wash that after. Try not to kill myself early. I've been taking your advice, guys. So now, can we do this without spilling it? Partially. This is a terrible measuring cup, eh? There we go. Not bad. Good. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. And then we'll just wipe this out. Wipe that out. I only mix a liter at a time, and it lasts me quite a while. Good. Now, we're going to just fill this with fuel. Going to mix this up though. That's the big mistake that a lot of two-stroke guys make, is they don't mix their gas up enough. And it was starting to suck slew water the last time I used this little blower this morning. So I thought I better get some more fuel mixed up. There we go. That one, that one, I believe, yep, that one. Let's just see if this starts. Yes, I do the drop. Somebody gave me heck for that on the comments this morning on my chainsaw video. But what I do with these ones, because they have the easy start, I take it to the end of the spring and then I go. Perfect. Yes, and that little blower is getting ready for a, oops, hello. That little blower is getting ready for a carb rebuild or a carb clean because it's just starting to hesitate a little bit, and no, it's not the screen. Okay. And this is the same oil as still. Yes, my friends, and while we are fooling around with the air, I noticed I always turn my tank off every night, right? Because if you have a leak, that thing will run till it blows its mind up. So look at this. This is on the one I got from Klaus. Look at that. And it's coming out of the, it's coming out of behind the coil on the 1/4 inch tubing. So I'm just going to unplug this over at the compressor. We might as well come with me. This is the secondary one that comes off the regulator. There we go. I know that was a little violent, but I only had one hand. And now we're going to just take this off, peel this out, and I bet you that leak is right on there somewhere. The last one I had was over by the compressor on the cheap one. Okay, so we got it off. Get some rag. Clean this up. Clean this up. So what happens is this spring actually holds tension against this connector here. So we're just not going to lose much length, but I'm going to cut it off square. Now I use this thing so much, I want to just get my heat gun and let it heat that up a little bit. Oh, yeah. Alright, this is one of those days where you just get lots of little stuff done, eh? So yes, Mick mentioned that I use my garage as a workshop, and sometimes it has a benefit and sometimes it doesn't. So now I'm just going to warm this up. That's getting there. You don't want to get it too warm. You push this on. And then you push this spring back over top. Now we can plug the power back, plug the pressure back in. We'll see what we got. Oh, we got a leak. Dirty dog. I hear it. Oh, maybe it's in the connector. There. Could have been just how it was sitting too, eh? Okay, let's just leave that there. I still think it was down. Oh, it's still leaking. Out of there, eh? Oh, that's too bad. Okay, when I get it, I'll come back. Okay, I'm just doing it again. But what I did differently was I actually took this over to the wire brush grinder, and I cleaned off the end of there. So we'll see if it holds now. Okay, I'll plug it back in. Let's cool it off. We're gonna have to put soap on it anyway, right? So we're getting into winter here last night, my friends. It was minus 32 degrees Celsius, sorry, not minus 32 degrees Celsius last night, and that means it was minus 24 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 23.6 degrees Fahrenheit, and we had a wind, and that's what I was using the blower for, was to get the very dry and fluffy snow off the sidewalk. So I don't know if I should show you that or not, but it's a winter wonderland out there now. We've gotten all this snow in the last week. That's not a lot of snow for us, but we've had a beautiful, what we call fall. Okay, let's see if this works now. Oh, I think so. Okay, let's hang that up. Pressure up the air compressor and see if we lose anything. So that's how many attempts I had there. I'll just turn on the compressor now. That's not even lost enough to turn it on. Now it'll pressure up and I'll turn it off. Well, good day, my friends. It's mail day. Just one, though. It's from Sweden. So I think it's from Anders. We'll just just open it up and see. Yes, Anders. Won't show his address. Hi Bruce, hope you are well. Attached 2 stickers, version 1. Thanks for following and inspiring to start my channel. I wish you and family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Cheers, Anders. Look at that, isn't that lovely? And we will put it up. I'll keep the other one over there. I got some really nice doubles. And we're gonna put Anders right there. Now, since all this started, I've been getting a little bit better at peeling these stickers. So he's got a lawnmower, a strimmer, a chainsaw, and looks like a different kind of a mower on there. The YouTube logo. There we are. Right there. Right below Tim. And beside Road King. That's good company there. Thank you, Anders. Very, very nice. Well, good day, my friends. Furnace alert. So, yes, it's cold, but I got another thing in the mail. So, let's just see who it's from. It's Royal Mail from the UK. And interestingly enough, when you get a note from the UK, you don't get a return address on the envelope. And over here in the colonies, we do put the return address on, so I don't even know who it's from yet. So let's just bow our heads a little bit. Get a jackknife. Sodbuster. Who's it from? A happy guy, got a reindeer on the back. Check and see. Oh, got a little love letter, as Mick would say. Scotty Daniel, right on. Hi Bruce. Here are 2 of my stickers. Thank you for the support. Hope you and the family have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Yeah, we've nicknamed him Harry Potter. So let's, oh yeah, I'll give you guys a look at that. Very nice, plain. I like that. Let's get them up. Right under Anders. Does that sound okay? And that'll be almost it for, well, maybe one more. I like to keep it about a foot up because if you're banging and bashing on the welding bench, it's nice to keep the stickers out of the fray. Okay, let's go. You ready, Scotty? I'm trying not to be so fussy that they have to be all lined up in a perfect line. There we go. Thanks, bud. I'm getting somewhere, aren't I? Right on.